Okay, so you bail out,
Yeah.
and basically, this part's a little weird. So the feds didn't pick it up because it wasn't enough
a
money?
small amount of money. So
Right,
the Fed,
$12,000.
yeah. So they came and talked to me. The FBI initially, when I first got arrested, they came and tried to talk to me. I didn't have nothing to say, but at that point, I knew how serious this was, obviously, because it was a bank, right? But they didn't pick up the case because of the amount of cash.
Okay. Did the state pick up the case?
Yeah.
Okay, so what happens next?
So when I bailed out, my attorney was basically coaching me through, like, I was in the county jail for like 5 months, right? Going to court, waiving time, going to court, waiving time. And she's like, if you don't bail out of here, you're not going to have a fair chance to really fight this. You need to get out, get back on track, get your life back together, and really try to redeem yourself. So when I bailed out, I was in San Francisco for a little bit, but keep in mind, I was in the county jail for 5 months. I lost my place. I lost my car. I lost my dog. I lost everything. So I was back to square one again, you know? And so...
But now you're in your 40s.
And now I'm in my 40s.
So you don't really have a good excuse when you were in your 20s.
And by this time, too, my family wasn't even talking to me anymore. So my whole family cut me off. So I was on my own. So at that point, one of my good friends who was out in Vegas at the time, Tony, he was like, yo, come out here. You can stay here. And, when you got to go to court, but you can lay low over here. And by the way, I'm working on a project and you can help me with this project.
Right. That was a short film?
Short film with G-Eazy, correct.
Right. And this is kind of early in his career, right?
Yeah, this is when he was like, really popping off, blowing up. Mm-hmm. And 2015 is when we shot this short film.
Well, by 2021, they actually dropped the charges.
So I fought the case for about 6.5 years, waiving time, going back and forth to court for the last 6.5 years. I was going to court probably like every 2 to 3 months, making an appearance. My attorney would just waive time. But by this time in 2016, I moved to LA, reestablished myself, started working with the mortgage broker again, started managing a loan modification office. So now I reestablished myself. I'm making good money. I started going to therapy. I started going to substance abuse therapy. I'm giving all this paperwork to my attorney to show the judge, to show the DA. So like this guy's changing his life. And then finally in 2020, there's an election in San Francisco, district attorney election. So there's a DA by the name of Chesa Boudin, who is like one of these, I don't want to say soft on crime district attorneys, but he believed in like rehabilitation, right? So he became the new DA in San Francisco, and my attorney knew him. So my attorney started getting in his ear about me. Look what he's been doing over the last 5 or 6 years. He's doing good. Give this guy a chance. And sure enough, he did. And they dropped all the charges. And by that time, I'd already been fighting the case for like 6.5 years. They dropped all the charges, and that was it.
I mean, you got lucky.
I got really lucky.
I mean, to have an ex-con with violent felonies who was a Pelican Bay known gang member, although you're an ex-gang member, you still were a gang member, to rob a bank with $12,000, which is a felony, right? It's not a misdemeanor because I think once you hit, 2,000, it becomes a felony.
It's like 500 or 1,000.
500, exactly,
yeah.
even less than that.
Yeah.
For them to actually drop the charges was extremely lucky.
Yeah, and the way I look at it, like, obviously over these years when I kind of rebuilding myself, I got a lot more spiritual, and I just felt like, somebody's looking out for me, obviously, but also too, the DA, that was on my side. I got lucky with the DA, knowing my attorney. And then also too, I did the work where, I reestablished myself, working professionally, going to therapy, doing a bunch of stuff, submitting drug tests to show them I was clean. And they gave me a break.
Right. And these days you actually run a loan modification office?
Yeah.
Out here in the Valley?
Yeah, not too far from here.
Okay. And what exactly is that?
So loan modifications are basically people that are in jeopardy of losing their home. So what we do is we provide a service to get them back in good standing with their bank. And so like, for example, if somebody was like 3-4 months behind, their bank's not willing to work with them, they come to us as a third party to basically be in contact with the bank. We exercise certain federal laws that protect the homeowner. And then we work on getting them a new loan with a better rate, a better payment, and getting them back on track.
Okay, is it like a second mortgage
No,
sometimes?
it's their same first mortgage, but we basically reset it.
Okay. So you actually help people keep their homes.
Yes, I do.
So you can feel good about what you're actually
Yeah.
doing. It's not
Yeah.
just a business. You're actually helping people.
Definitely. No, we're literally saving a lot of people that might lose their home.
Look, I've always said this, like my house in Calabasas, I bought it outright because I've always felt the mortgages are just predatory in the way they're structured, period.
Right.
Any bank. The fact that you could get a 30-year mortgage, live in that house for 15 years, sell the house and essentially own the same amount.
Yeah.
All you've been doing is paying off interest the whole
Correct.
time.
Mm-hmm.
And don't miss a few payments. They'll take the house from you.
For sure.
They won't pay you back all that money you've, spent over the last 15 years in mortgage payments. And then that's it. It's now their house.
Yeah.
It's just crazy to me. Like, okay, people say, yeah, if you do stay in a house for 30 years, but even in 30 years, you'll probably pay about triple what the house is worth. If it's a $500,000 house, you'll pay about $1.5 million if you count all the interest payments and so forth.
Right. And I worked at these banks, so I see what they do. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
Like, and I think in a weird way, like when I went out to go rob a bank, I was like, F these banks because I know what they do. I worked in Wells and I saw what they would do to customers, right? And I didn't like it. And that was like me evolving, growing, maturing, seeing things differently now. And now we literally fight the banks to help our clients.